What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said in previous videos, I do a little bit of everything, from mechanics to fabrication and welding to signs and machining and whatever else. I mean, this is a variety channel. Right now I have a customer's SV300 case skid steer in here. So this came in for a hydraulic leak. Skid steers are probably one of the worst pieces of equipment to work on. It's just the access and everything's jamming in one little area. So I diagnosed it, and I noticed it was 3 hard lines that ran right underneath there, which the hydrostatic drive was up in the air now, but that was in the way, and that was the only way to get those lines out from there and put new ones in. Obviously I didn't put the new ones in yet. Right now I'm in the process of pulling the engine. So I asked the customer if he ever used mulch or anything, and he said no, he's never touched mulch. So there's a bunch of mulch behind there. It was a previous rental piece of equipment. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this. There's a few lines that are underneath there. Unfortunately, the thing with skid steers is, which I don't know why they did it like this, there is no skid plates underneath it. There's 2 little ports, about, I would say, like 10 inches by 6 inches, and they don't really do much. It's pretty much just like a pressure wash, like relief, but as you can see, there's a bunch of crap all in there. So it doesn't really do much of anything, and I honestly don't understand why they didn't design it so that you can just drop the skid plates and fix everything underneath. But this is also companies that are in the business of making money, so a small little line that's leaking that you can't really see where it is turns into, you know, 4 or 5, whatever, $10,000 job. It all depends on how crazy, like this. Like, I have to pull the motor in order to get to the back underneath the engine because there's no access to get to there, which I just find completely ridiculous. While I'm at it, the customer asked me to replace everything that, you know, is rusted out and everything. So I'm actually going to replace all the hard lines that run under there, any hoses that look like they're bad. I'm going to sort of just like protect them with something, whether it be another hose or what have you. It's a pretty messy machine. I did clean it. It's hard to clean in all these crevices because there's a lot more stuff here that you don't see. Like the exhaust goes up here, then there's a cover here, then there's the air intake here, and then you have some stuff over here, and then there's another cover that flips up, and then the condenser goes onto it, and then you have the belts and the radiator and everything else. So they're right there. So even to change the belts, you actually have to take apart the radiator and move everything out of the way. Besides this top one you can change easy, which is the AC condenser. And that one is a little bit harder to reach, but you can't get the belts off because the panel's in the way with the fan. You can't get the fan off because the radiator's in the way, so you have to take the radiator off to get to the fan to get to the shroud. It's, like I said, this is an engineering nightmare. What they should be doing is they should be consulting, you know, the people who work on this type of equipment or cars or whatever. And they should consult and be like, you think this will work? You work on this, you know how this is. What is your difficulties getting to certain things? Like let's modify that. There's no reason why they couldn't put a subframe right across there and a subframe right across the front and use the mounts there and then put the skid plates up underneath. That way you can just drop them, get everything underneath, out of the way. That's it, you're done. Instead, maybe 5 to 10 hour job, and then all the hoses turns into almost 4 times that, if not more, because you have to do so much more work.